Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Patreon cast. It's going to be HeRoMaRinE versus Reynor here on Stargazers. Top left, it is HeRoMaRinE, Big Gabe himself. And in the top right, it is Reynor, WCS World Champion. Alright, so a ZVT here on Stargazers, my favorite matchup. Maybe it's not my favorite matchup. PvZ is maybe my favorite matchup. I don't know, man. And I like Stargazers a lot. I like maps where it's top right versus top left, or bottom left versus bottom right. Ah, Golden Wall, how I miss you. All right, so this is from DreamHack Atlanta. Woof. So, early gas here from HeRoMaRinE. Interesting. Interesting. Is it going to be a Marauder push? That works against Protoss, but yeah, we're going to have way too much gas for this to be a Reaper opening. And right there, that's all. This is all the gas we need right here. So what are we going to do with this gas, HeRoMaRinE? So 16, 18, 17 timing here from Reynor. And again, this is going to be a Patreon cast for those of you who support me at patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month. You get to see this 1 month before anybody else. And if you're watching this the week between Christmas and New Year's 2022, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so it is a Reaper opening. Just a lot of extra gas here. And expanding to his secret back base. Okay. Not entirely sure what HeRoMaRinE's plan is here. Okay, so maybe an early factory? I don't know. And if you're watching this in 2023, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I am here 5 times a week with StarCraft 2 content. All right, man. So this Reaper's name is simply Hedge. He's just happy to be here. That was from a subscriber of mine who has been a subscriber of mine for very, very many years, Lord Omicron. Hope you're doing well, Mr. Omicron. Okay, so walling off with a factory. Okay, interesting. Terry the Overlord. Standard timing for this Reaper. I guess earlier Hellions? I don't know. So FalconPaladin.store is working on a Terry the Overlord shirt. So if you're interested, go ahead and check it out at FalconPaladin.store. It should be there if you're watching this in 2023, and maybe it will be there if you're watching this again the week between Christmas and New Year's. Alright. Anything crazy? Nah, man. Nothing crazy so far. I do expect an excellent game here, though. The size of the replay indicates this is going to be a pretty long macro game. And as I always say on Stargazers when there's a Zerg player involved, bam, this 6th base is everything. It is literally everything. If a Zerg player takes that 6 o'clock base and holds it and mines it out, they probably win. If they can't take it, nobody takes it, then the Zerg player is in a tough spot. And if the Terran player or the Protoss player takes it, the Zerg is in a horrible position. So it all comes down to this guy right here. I'm curious to see who's going to hold it, because that's going to tell us a ton. It is a Cloak Banshee opening here from HeRoMaRinE. I wonder if the earlier gas allows for faster Cloak Banshee. I don't know. Hellion count's not getting crazy here. There's another one in production, but we're not going for like 8, 10, 12 Hellions or anything like that. That is an option as a 3rd base pops for Reynor, but I haven't seen it very much recently. It's just like these Hellions. Sure, against Reynor especially, you might YOLO the Hellions in there and get 10 to 12 to 15 workers, but he's just going to replace them. Reynor has this uncanny ability to replace workers when they die. Just even better than your average, 4 horsemen, right? Dark, Rogue, Serral, even better than those Zergs. It's crazy. I don't know how he does it. Because you'd think if it was easy, then the other Zergs would do it, right? I love the Overlord speed opening here from Reynor. That's fantastic. I mean, Overlord speed just helps in so many situations, and I get it in all my games. Usually because I'm trying to go for Nidus-y stuff, and having Overlords with speed is better for getting Nidus placements. Okay, so this Banshee is doing a good job staying. There we go. Yeah, no spores. 430, man. I'm telling you, 430 against a Terran is a good time to deal. Beautiful. To deal with the Cloak Banshee when it shows up. He was late on the spores. He paid for it. That's 6 drones down. Super annoying stuff. Again, is Reynor going to be hurt by this? Probably not. He's already replacing those workers. He's at 49 of them so far. I mean, yeah, I guess 7 drones got killed there. One more got sniped when I wasn't looking. But this is where, like, HeRoMaRiNE's not taking his natural. He's just, I mean, the Overlord's like, so this is where you've been hiding. Getting his 3rd and 4th gas. He's working on upgrades for Marines and Marauders. I mean, everything is very standard here from HeRoMaRiNE. Just doing some slightly weird stuff to start this game. He is going to land the 3rd here at the natural, but we're going to call it the natural. We're going to call this the back base from now on. Creep spread from Reynor's insane because it's Reynor we're talking about here. And all's well for both players. I mean, I don't think anybody's really worried about much at this stage of the game at all. Hellions coming in. They're like, the creep is here already. Fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And again, every scan means 1 fewer mule. So at this stage, when you're going against Reynor, you really got to balance that out. And at this point, HeRoMaRiNE's like, yeah, we're going to let him have this creep. I really need the mules. I really need the income. Where the heck are these Banshees going? What just killed 2 drones? All right, Banshees, I'll find you. Where are you hiding? There's one here. And there's... Okay, so they're both just going home. Fine. Whatever. It's cool. Everything is just fine. And neat. So there's a scan, and we're going to take out some creep tumors. Hopefully get that one as well before the scan wears off. Nice. Okay, cool. So this bridge is no longer creeped up. And here comes a Marine drop into the back base of the Zerg player, coming in, scanning, killing these tumors so future drops are more effective. And then when the links show up, you just pick up and get out of there. Not bad. No Marines died. Tumors got killed. Future visibility is bad for the Zerg player. And when the main links show up, just pick up and get out of there again. HeRoMaRiNE taking advantage of the fact there is no Spire, there is no Hydralisk Den, there is nothing that can deal with this except for Queens. And Queens have a hard time responding to situations like this. At least, you know, compared to Mutalisks or Corruptors or Hydras. Especially if they have range. So this is, I mean, yeah, HeRoMaRiNE doing some good stuff. 4th base from Reynor about done. Down the right side here, both players macroing their hearts out. 3 basing Terran versus a 4 basing Zerg. All is pretty normal here. Queens on the front lines. Good transfuses. Seek transfuses. Beautiful stuff here from Reynor. What else would we expect from Reynor, though? Hydralisk Den's on the way from him. I love this patrolling little Zergling setup here. It reminds me of a school of fish, where they're kind of chaotically swimming around in a certain pattern instead of, like, you know, all going the same direction at once. Do fish actually do this, or am I making that up? Entirely possible. All right, it's time for the 7-minute attack. We got Hellbats. We got Marines. We got a siege tank. We got more Marines. We got another siege tank. Here goes nothing. If you can't kill Reynor, you got to slow him down here, but the high ground belongs to the Zerg, and he's setting up to go around this bottom side and go for a flank attack. Siege tanks in pretty good positions here. Tanks are getting shots off. And there we go. Charging up the ramp, covering the backside, covering these tanks. HeRoMaRiNE is pre-splitting a little bit here. Trying to target fire some tanks. Here we go. Coming around the backside there. These Hellbats are not going to stand against this many Lings and this many Banelings. Tank gets focused. Does go down, and the other tank's going to die too. So Reynor just waited, bided his time. Got to the point where he was able to handle it and shut it down. Okay. So resources lost here are 4,500 for Reynor, 2,200 for HeRoMaRiNE. Banshees clearing more creep with the help of their Hellion and Siege Tank friends. Okay. Yeah. I mean, how many creep tumors have died today? 20? There are 40, though. So, I mean, this creep spread down this bottom path has been insane. Is it an expansion time here for our... Yes, it is. Command center in production. More and more barracks on the way. Engagement on the other side. Again, tank down, tank down. I'm having some thoughts that maybe tanks are not exactly what you want to be doing here against an elite Zerg player like Reynor is. It's just... I don't know if they get enough value. They're easily target fired by things like Hydras and things like Lings especially. Just tough. I don't know how else to explain it other than I just don't trust tanks currently as it stands. So good engagement there, but pick up and a boost out. Yeah, I mean, just HeRoMaRiNE poking, keeping Reynor on this side of the map. Reynor is taking the all-important 6 o'clock gold base. Here it is. This is what matters, and that's why HeRoMaRiNE's coming down this way. He's going to try to shut it down. The army is not... Okay, more banelings showed up. They can defend this base now with the Lings and Banes that exist against a purely Marine army for sure. I'm going to kind of chase these guys off creep. Not really, but yeah, Reynor's like, you are not killing this. I need it. Medevac sniped by Hydras at the south here. Beautiful play. And this feels like an Overseer on the scout. There's not a Nidus network, is there? No, a little bit early for that. You do want to Nidus lurkers, at least Reynor does. Reynor's the one who pioneered this in TVZ, Nidusing lurkers against Terran. So once he's got a lurker den and he has some lurkers, he'll probably throw down a Nidus network too. But Vipers, for the time being, are going to be fine. Blinding Cloud for those tanks. Again, the tanks, they can't move. They're so vulnerable and they're not powerful enough. I don't know. Oh, that guy gets left behind. So much blood in a little Marine's body there for sure. So fourth base by HeRoMaRiNE is a planetary, as is Tradition. Concussive Shells finishing up a little bit late, but we haven't really needed them to this point. 3-3 getting started at 10:45. Love that from HeRoMaRiNE. Reynor's working on +2 attack and +3 carapace. Getting Burrow. Burrow's a good spell. Really useful stuff here. And he's starting to kind of shark around the left side of the map. This has belonged to the Terran player for pretty much the entire game. Zerg hasn't done much of anything over here yet in the first 11 minutes. We'll see if he's able to get more of it or not. Yeah, and again, okay, these guys die, but that's a lot of Marines. Loving it. Both players are effectively maxed out here, which is great. Ghost Academy on the way from HeRoMaRiNE, recognizing the power. Got some Vikings out there too, sniping Overlords. And this is Reynor just effectively being blind, right? He can't see anything on the left side of the map here. I mean, not that HeRoMaRiNE has a ton of vision on the right side of the map, as some Banelings are connecting. The Marauders are willing to absorb those Baneling shots to help their brethren, the Marine. And Reynor needs to saturate the 6 o'clock base as fast as possible, because again, he can mine it out. The faster he does that, the better off it's going to be for him. He needs these resources to win this game. He just does. Reynor is going to take his back base, which Vikings were kind of scouting for a second there and then backed on out. Spanning down the left side here from HeRoMaRiNE would be pretty good at this stage of the game. He's making 4 command centers at a time. It's that time for a ton of command centers here from the Big Gabe. I'm really surprised Reynor's not fully saturating the 6 o'clock. I am. Banshee's harassing this base a little bit. Oh, Banshee's got 7 kills. She's a veteran. I think she's doing pretty well for herself. Reynor, left side attacking. Again, doesn't like the sheer number of Marines that exist here, nor the upgrades that they have. That's a dead Banshee. Banshee, get out of there, Banshee! Too late. My warning was too late. Rip. Inferno. Nope, that's +2 vehicle weapons. Yeah, it's like 12 o'clock a.m. It's very, very late. I'm casting tired, but you know, that's okay. I'm handling it. We got high-sec auto-tracking on the way. More and more ghosts coming in here, too. I mean, this is pretty standard stuff. Oh, a double Spire. Whoa! Reynor! Are we? Nice abduct. Nice parasitic bomb, too. Taking out a medevac. Abducting another medevac to kill it. Beautiful play there from Reynor. Is he going into, like, some really late muta-tech switch here? You know, I guess he doesn't have any missile attack upgrades. Maybe it's not lurkers. Maybe he's trying to trick HeRoMaRiNE into thinking it's lurkers, and then it's just going to be like a bajillion mutas. And Reynor is part of that group of Zergs who can make mutas look good against Terran. There aren't many of them, but Reynor's in that group. I'm trying to figure out what his style with mutas is. It could be Corruptors, though, too. Like, Ling Bling Corruptors, pretty good. Especially because Marines suck at shooting them down. So the Corruptors are firing on these medevacs, and the Marines are like, die! The Corruptors are like, lol, no. Because we have such tough armor. Okay, so there's our Lurker Den, and there's our Nidus. So like I said, we're working on that stuff. But the Spires are finishing, and I don't know. Is that just a contingency plan? Is this just Reynor being like, we gotta have a contingency plan of some kind if we're gonna do this thing? Yeah, I like this. Throwing up spines at the 6 o'clock. I mean, devoting resources and drones and larvae to the static defense at the 6 o'clock. That's how important it is. Yeah, strangely, a lot of aggression here along the top side of this map. Like, usually it's the southern side that has all the aggression because, again, the importance of the 6 o'clock base. But, I don't know. Interestingly enough, we're doing this stuff. Oh, it's a Greater Spire. Broodlords, eh? Lurker, Broodlord... Ling, Baneling, Hydra, Viper. I don't know, man. What are you doing, Reynor? He also hasn't saturated this back base at all. And there you go. He's going to Nidus. What's he got in the Nidus? Lings? It's just Lings right now. It's purely Zerglings. HeRoMaRiNE's reaction time appears to be fine. Not great, but okay. Yeah, so some SCVs are going to die here, but not that many, and there's a retreat, and then here we go. Raider says, we're just going to march right on in here. We're going to blinding cloud your tanks. Again, the tank problem is a problem here. I love the planetary just set up apropos of nothing. It is not actually a mining base. It's just a planetary for defense purposes. Good snipes, these banelings. Again, it takes a few banelings to take down a ghost. They're tanky that way. They don't take bonus damage from the banelings because they're not light. So they're just like marauders in that way, which is nice. Okay, got some Thors up. Maybe he scanned the spires? He did. He scanned the spire and the greater spire and said, okay, Thors, go. He's triple pumping Thors here. He's making Hellions. Now he's getting Infernal Pre-Igniter. He's working on +3 vehicle weapons here, too. Still hasn't taken his bottom left base. There are some burrowed banelings ready for any troop movements down this way to explode him. And, I mean, HeRoMaRiNE has basically... What the SCV deaths? Ah, Banelings run. The Banelings just like running here. Oh no, he's killing his own SCVs to free up supply and just use these mules for his mineral income instead. Okay, yeah. Usually when workers die and I don't know what's going on, it's sometimes because they're being sacrificed. All right, Reynor has a massive income advantage. He's gonna Nidus here again, but again, HeRoMaRiNE hasn't bothered to contest the 6 o'clock at all. I'm very curious about that. So once again, Nidus comes up unopposed. Once again, HeRoMaRiNE hears the Nidus, sees, son of a gun, it's lurkers at my back base. That's not good. Yeah, I mean, that bunker's going to die. Oh, he's got the building armor upgrade, increasing the slots available in your bunkers, too. Nice. 5 infestors on the way as well. And then Thor's going to easily eat through these lurkers in good positions anyway. Then the Nidus is, there you go, is killed. A little bit later. So 12,000 to 17,000 resources here. Okay. Well, the resources lost, rather. Reynor has lost more, but it's not like an incredibly huge amount. Worker count is 57 for HeRoMaRiNE. Again, intentionally killing SCVs in order to have bigger army. He's up 143 to 116 supply. This is good. This is good for him. Sniping 2 lurkers, taking basically no losses there either, HeRoMaRiNE. I think that was a 0 loss engagement for him. Excellent. We're getting transformation servos. He's kind of just straight up moving into mech here, isn't he? It's ghost mech. I guess. I mean, he still has 10 Marines, but 10 Marines is basically nothing. HeRoMaRiNE says, I'm going to try this mechy style against Reynor and see if he can handle it. Yeah, he's getting air weapons here. I mean, Neural Parasite being researched for those Thors. Again, really good spell against big ticket items like tanks, like Thors. Like Liberators, like Ghosts, right? You Neural Parasite a Ghost and EMP all of his buddies. Sick move. The sickest. And on this map, which is a little bit of a turtley map, right? You can kind of just straight up take your half of the map as a Terran, which is what HeRoMaRiNE's doing, right? And then just kind of sit back and maybe hope the Zerg player can't land there. That Birdling is blocking it. I wasn't sure that he was. Okay, so there aren't any Hydras to kill this thing. So the command center's alive, despite the fact the Zerg player owns this bottom left corner right now, which is funny. Snipes coming in, Lings, Banelings trying to connect, Hellbats top of the ramp, siege tanks, Marines dying. We're not replacing the Marines. This is HeRoMaRiNE mech transitioning here at 18 minutes. Which, God, when's the last time I saw a Terran player trying to mech it against a Zerg? Maru, definitely Maru, and it's been a while. I want to say it was the previous ESL event before DreamHack. Did he Neural Parasite a Viking? Sure did, and then he lands it so he can kill it. Brutal stuff. I mean, just sniping individual Lings there. It's a cooldown, so whatever. We'll use snipe on Zerglings. Why not? Yeah, siege tanks with +3 attack. That's a 31 kill. Okay, remember when I was like, maybe the siege tanks aren't paying for themselves? That's a 33 kill siege tank. Fair. That's a fair argument for making siege tanks. Here we go. 10 Corruptors on the way. Nidus in a position that is not super aggressive, but it is towards the front. And then, these have to be Broodlords, right? +3 flyer attack coming in at 19 minutes is pretty awesome, too. I mean, that is a slow upgrade change from +1/+2 to +3 flyer. Yeah, so HeRoMaRiNE's like, it's cool, man. You can have the 6 o'clock. You can mine it out all you want. You got to come get me. You have to come deal with me. And I don't know. Are we just giving up free Zerglings here? No, those tanks are dead. Yeah, all right. I mean, these lings are +3/+3 with the Adrenal. So they are full-on cracklings. Just trying to make economical trades here, right? That was like 15, 20 lings for 2 siege tanks and a couple SCVs. Not bad. Not a bad trade. Not like the best trade in the world. But, you know, and this backdoor is always a problem for Terrans and TVZs. This creep gets up here. Lurkers sit here. It's annoying. Is what it is. Is he continuing to burrow lings here? Or is, once again, these are SCVs that are getting killed by HeRoMaRiNE, because I don't see any engagements at all. HeRoMaRiNE clearing the creep a little bit. I don't know that he's really planning on moving out. Oh yeah, these SCVs are moving out. These SCVs are sacrificial. HeRoMaRiNE is like, I need fewer SCVs, thanks. 10, 12. Yeah, is he just sending them into their deaths? He must be. This planetary, I think, just killed one up here. Yeah. HeRoMaRiNE, I don't know. He's like drifting towards Fist of Neeb here, right? The Fist of Neeb is like, is it 1 probe or 0 probes? And the rest of it is just army supply. Skytoss in particular, of course. But yeah, I mean, you can get a lot of army value by reducing your worker count. And once the map is mined out, why wouldn't you, you know? That's a ton of Broodlords, man. That is, holy crap, that's a ton of Broodlords. That is 15 Broodlords. 15! I'm a little bit flabbergasted by this. Now, Thors are the answer to Broodlords, but are there enough Thors to handle this many Broodlords? I love the Spine Forest, the Spore Forest here, too. He's killing off Queens to free up supply for what? More Broodlords. Infestors. Broodlord Infestor, man. Liberators in the house. Broodlings coming in to die. Abducting a Liberator into the mix. Yeah, this is unique. I gotta say, this is a very unique situation. I haven't seen Mech attempted against a Zerg player in a long time. Let alone HeRoMaRiNE trying to do it. He's just sending... How do you do this? Don't you have to attack something to drop Broodlings like that? Is he attacking his own... No, his Spore had full HP. What's he... I don't know what he's almost doing this like they're swarm hosts. He's just sending waves of Broodlings in there. What a weird thing this is. Oh, he's dropping changelings. And then attacking them with the Broodlords. Oh, the fungals on the ghosts are good. Prevents them from sniping. And then he actually drops them on the ghost. Good cloak. Abducting a medevac. Almost escapes. Too many spores, though. Keep expecting this to be an attack of some kind, but it doesn't really matter. It's mined out. Having that die, I mean, there's production up here you have to worry about if the back base is compromised. But, yeah, I mean, so this is... We're just kind of sitting here watching Broodlings die. Broodlings don't show up on the Units Lost tab. Nukes! But if they did, there'd be a lot of dead ones in this game so far. Yeah, this is insane. So he cancels the nuke because everything moved back, and that's all HeRoMaRiNE wanted. Yeah, this is nuts. So we're just going to mine the entire map out, and then we're just going to play slow creep. Like, not even... No jokes here. Just slow creep. No, he did just kill a Spore there. Okay, so he's dropping him on the Spore. And that's a changeling. Like, I wonder what what's the benefit there? What's the benefit of dropping it on a spore and walking him across? I guess you don't have to get so close, right? Ah, the ghost who was nuking died. You don't have to get so close to the ghosts and the Thors if you do it this way. But, like, you're still kind of getting some friendly fire tank damage and stuff, and the Broodlings are still hitting because they benefit from upgrades, so they've got the 3/3 just like the Lings do. I mean, killing the 6th base here doesn't accomplish anything, I'm going to say. Parasitic Bomb getting tossed down, and this is a slow march. Yeah, Banelings against this many Thors is like, are you sure about that? Is that what you want to do? All right, second hatch goes down. 6 o'clock. Liberators can't do damage to buildings, but Thors do. This is such a weird thing. This game is weird, man. Again, if there was a count for Broodlings dead, it would be in the thousands at this point, I feel like. HeRoMaRinE reinforcing with Thors. 3 more Broodlords coming up. This is very slow going. Oh, almost killing that lurker like his brother there. I don't know, man. HeRoMaRinE is pushing slow and steady here. And slow and steady wins the race. Reynor is constantly retreating. Almost killing that Broodlord cocoon. And man, just taking down 2 Thors with abducts very, very easily. I don't know, man. HeRoMaRinE has a bank of 4,000 minerals and 6,000 gas. Reynor has 13,000 minerals and 10,000 gas. Again, Reynor constantly employing this strategy just to avoid getting the Broodlords too close to the Thors. Alright, very interesting. SCV's on the front line. And HeRoMaRinE is down to sub-30 workers. 27 at this point. Yeah, it just reminds me of Swarm Hosts. Back before Locusts did have to fly, you would have these very, very, very Mech versus Zerg, very long Mech versus Zerg games. Because Locusts were launched on the ground and just wave after wave after wave of just free units. And making them fly helped them in some ways, but crippled them in others. So this is just a battle of endurance and a battle of cost effectiveness. Mm, 170, 390. So a little bit of gas down there at the 6 o'clock base. Parasitic bombs going down on the Liberators. Hellbat with 36 kills. Most of them Broodlings. 37 kills for this Liberator. Again, just over 1,000. Over 1,000 Broodlings killed today. Bam. Hellbat down. Yeah, so basically employing the Swarm Host strategy against Mech from several years ago. Here is Reynor. I did not expect to see this, that's for sure. Banelings trying to crash in and kill those Hellbats, trying to kill ghosts. A ghost did go down. 12 ghosts have gone down. Another ghost has gone down. This is crazy stuff, man. Like, this is really, really crazy stuff. Do you want to kill the spores? Do you want to go after the Broodlord? The micro here is fantastic from Reynor. I gotta say, truly amazing stuff here from Reynor. Neural parasiting one of the Thors. All right. I don't know. Blinding Cloud on the Thors too. Retreat, retreat. Get out of there. I've been neural parasited. Oh, the got saved. He was surrounded by broodlings, got saved by a very brave medevac pilot there. That was nuts. That was so good. Oh. Broodlords are like, tanks aren't a problem. We can kill those, no problem. Run. Run, siege tank. Rely upon your armor to save you. And it does. Quite nicely, actually. 42 kill siege tank there. Again, all these mech units are going to have a bajillion kills because the broodling thing. HeRoMaRinE running out of cash. And Reynor's just got 12,000 minerals and 8,000 gas. So, like, he's okay. I think Reynor's making good trade. Look how close it is on resources lost here. And 36,000 and 35,000. HeRoMaRinE has more resources lost. Yeah. This is one interesting way to deal with Mech. I mean, what's kind of fun to watch is like Vipers abducting Thors into lurker balls. That's a fun way to see Mech defeated, but this is definitely different. There are 32 Broodlords out. How many have died? Only 3 have gone down. 11 Thors have died. I mean, this has been... He's spreading more creep. He's like, remember all that progress you made the last time around? Haha. Guess who still has submarines, though? HeRoMaRinE does. This is a source of income for a Reynor that is kind of important. It's really the only mineral income that he has. I guess he's got some mineral patches over here, too, in the bottom right, but... Yeah, Corruptor's chasing that medevac away for sure. Get out of here, say the Corruptors. And... just waves, man. Just waves and waves of broodlings here. This is kind of crazy. Liberators don't kill him fast enough to really be effective. I mean, it's... Yeah, he's killing changelings. He's killing creep tumors somewhat here. Any damage the broodlings get are free. Is free. That's free damage that he's getting. Some drones trying to throw up some static defense. No, took the long way around. Bad pathing here. I don't know. I mean, again, where it comes down to cost effectiveness and economy, where HeRoMaRinE just doesn't have the bank to do this for any length of time. If he's going to win this thing, he needs to move, and he needs to kill stuff. He needs to start killing hatcheries. He needs to do something to slow down the Zerg machine. He's just not doing it. He's being delayed and delayed and delayed. By the static defense, by the broodling strategy here. It's got 5 more broodlords on the way. He's going to have 37. I can't remember the last time I saw anybody make 37 broodlords. I can't remember the last time I made 37 broodlords. That's a ton of broodlords. If you have 12 broodlords, you're like, yes, this is amazing. This will stop everything. But I guess if you're trying to employ this broodling trench warfare strategy, you got to have a ton of broods. Because 12 isn't going to cut it. You can't produce enough. That's nuts. Yeah, I'm looking at this game. I'm staring at it. I'm taking all the factors into account here. I just don't see a way that HeRoMaRinE wins this thing. Reynor has found a new and fantastic way to destroy Mech. And that's by going back to the old times. The olden times and Heart of the Swarm, which is, I mean, 2012 to 2015. So 7 years ago now. He's dug deep into the annals. He's like, I know I can't do this with Swarm hosts anymore, but I can do it with Broodlords if I employ this strategy. Somebody else came up with this. It's very rare for the pros to come up with a strategy like this. It's usually somebody who's like GM, or maybe even a Masters player. And then it gets popularized and kind of, you know, made more efficient through the power of a professional player, but I don't know. Like, what was that strategy? The one that the Max Pax was using with his proxies? That was, I believe it was Turkey Dano or somebody like that who actually came up with it. It was just popularized by Max Pax because he was the better player and he was more well known. So I don't know. Is there a name for this? I kind of just want to call this like Heart of the Swarm Swarm Host in 2022, you know? Oh, yeah. I mean, these are that's GG. These Thors are dying. HeRoMaRinE does not have the cash to replace these Thors. He does, but not for long. He's down 10 to 1 in resources right now. He's not giving up. He's only got 168 supply here. Both players are at exactly 13 workers, which is fun. Yeah, Reynor's got cash. He's cash happy. I think HeRoMaRinE was hoping to be more cost efficient with the mech. And that's why he allowed Reynor to have the 6 o'clock. But dude, it's 44,000 resources lost to 40. Reynor has been so much more cost efficient because the thing that's doing most of the stuff that's doing damage for him so far is these broodlings. It's crazy. Just got a warning for a wind chill. What are they calling it? A wind chill warning. Never seen one of those before. I'm in Utah, northern part. Dangerously cold winds. Wind chills as low as 20 below zero. Or near zero for where I am. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Maybe 4 inches of snow. Anyway, yeah, I'm checking what my phone's buzzing for because this game is just, it's over. I don't know what to tell you. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. It's been interesting, but it's had the same problems that the Heart of the Swarm host versus mech strategy had. It's that it takes forever. Honestly, there were 3-hour games back then. 3 hours of Swarm host shenanigans against mech. Siege tanks would have 87 billion kills. This is the last gas of HeRoMaRinE. He doesn't have any cash to replace these Thors. If they die, he's done. I don't think he can engage. I really don't. And you're looking at this going, but the broodlings are... Yes, the broodlings are dying super fast. But the little bits of damage they're nibbling in here... Yeah, they're killing ghosts. Blinding cloud on these Thors. They're so clumped up. And yeah, just nibble, nibble, nibble. That's another Thor down. Nibble, 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 nibble. Nibble, nibble. Yes, are there corpses soaking the ground here? Absolutely. Are the Thors racking up 83 kills? Yes. Without a doubt. They are doing this. I've never seen Broodlords used so effectively in my entire life. I lied. Back in the days of Wings of Liberty, when fungal growth rooted, you would root your enemies and come in with the Broodlords, and they're just like, so, how are things? Neural parasites on damn Thors. Oh, fungals everywhere, too. That's your GG. We're done. We're done. HeRoMaRinE might try to stick this out until the bitter, bitter end, but I don't see it. That's your GG. Reynor is your winner in 38 minutes and 27 seconds. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Saw that coming. 100% saw that coming for sure, and so did you, right? You're smart. You saw that coming. And look, any game where the Terran loses 59,000 resources and the Zerg loses 50, it's going to be a bad time. It's a really bad time for the Terran in that situation. 32 Thors, 29 Ghosts. I mean, it lost a command center, but all the SCV devs, I think, were mostly his. I mean, some of them were Nidus shenanigans, but yeah. I mean, only 11 lurkers died here today. At the end of the game, there were no lurkers remaining. Like, this wasn't a lurker strat. This was Brood Lords. There were 31 at the end of the game. 16 of them died. Only 493 Zerglings were made in 38 minutes, and Reynor died with a 5,000 mineral bank and 4,000 gas. Sometimes StarCraft just comes down to the cash, to the moolah. A lot of the times, that's what it comes down to. especially for the longer games like this one, a 38-minute meching TVZ on Stargazers where the entire map is effectively mined out. I mean, that's not true. There's minerals down here, and you can mine these minerals too. And the minerals leading up to this base are still there too. So there's like bits and pieces of minerals here, but not a ton, not really enough to make any kind of a difference, right? So yeah, Reynor employing a very interesting strategy against the mech, very demoralizing for HeRoMaRinE, I'm sure. And he's like, how do I beat that? Dunno. Just, I guess, don't mech. It's just another list, another reason on the list of reasons why you don't mech. Maybe one day they'll buff mech, but today is not that day. Wow, it was brilliant, is what it was. Because again, the problem with Broodlords against Thors is Thors have the same range as they do, or maybe they outrange them a little bit. Either way, Thors just chonk damage against those Broodlords. They're not that tanky. They can't take a ton of damage before they die. And before you know it, your Broodlords are dead. But if you just keep them back and attack a Creep Tumor, attack a Changeling, attack a Spore with your 37 Broodlords, and then send the Broodlings up, sure, they're not going to instantly lay waste to the entire army at once, but they're going to nibble at it. Chew. Free units getting free damage, right? That's the thing with Swarm Host 2, and that's what it was back in the Heart of Swarm times. Again, HeRoMaRiNE's choice to not ever attack this base, I think maybe once he kind of thought about it, was really baffling. Again, this base, this is it. I mean, these 5,000 resources that Reynor has that HeRoMaRiNE doesn't have came from this base. It did. Having this helped him win this game. The end. I told you. Zerg player takes the 6 o'clock, they probably win. If they don't take it, it's anyone's game. And if the Terran has it, the Terran wins. Simplistic, I know. All right. Good stuff. And yeah, that's going to be it from me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, A Legacy of the Void, and another Patreon cast. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.